This is good, isn't it? For but in their all their analysis data, they say it's not very good. So they work with This is the Intrepet Museum.
The pilot brings the engines to full power, checks his controls and instruments, signals his readiness with a salute, and the catapult is fired. Getting a 12-ton jet up to speed for takeoff requires a huge blast of energy. That energy is delivered by steam-driven catapults right under the flight deck surface. Steam pressure from the ship's engine is released into the catapult cylinders, forcing the pistons down the track, pulling the aircraft to takeoff speed. It's 0 to 150 miles per hour in only 2 seconds. Taking off from Intrepet is exciting. Returning to our flight deck is exacting. This is called the trap, often described by aviators as a controlled crash. If landing on a tiny airstrip is not complicated enough, the pilot is also challenged by the rise and fall and twisting of the deck as the ship churns through the waves at nearly 40 miles an hour. So, Navy pilots make sure they are down solid, generally landing hard on all 3 wheels at once, rather than gently touching on the back wheels first, as commercial pilots do. Pilots may sit solo in the cockpit, but with only 250 feet of landing area to hit, they had lots of help on every mission. Since the 1950s, pilots have been assisted by the Optical Landing System, nicknamed the Meatball, an illuminated optical device mounted on the side of the ship that tells the pilot where his plane is in relation to the flight deck. As the plane approaches, the landing signal officer asks the pilot to call the ball, confirming he can see the meatball's image lined up. The pilot approaches the flight deck at high speed and rapid descent, using the aircraft's tail hook to try to snag one of at least 5 arresting cables stretched across the deck. At the instant he makes contact, the pilot guns the engines back to full power, just in case his tail hook misses every wire and he has to make another approach. That's called a bolter. But if he catches, steel wires connected to arresting engines capture the momentum of the landing aircraft. The arresting engines act like giant shock absorbers to slow the plane from 130 miles per hour to a full stop in 2 seconds. These operations are so well timed that the Intrepet flight deck crew could launch 2 aircraft and land one every 50 seconds by day, every 60 seconds at night. During Intrepid's time of active duty, her crew performed this awesome feat of technological teamwork thousands of times. And for every man on board, the experience was always unforgettable.
That's the meatball.
Now, will this compensate for the roll of the ship as it's going through?
This is mounted on a gyroscopic stabilizer. Stabilizing the wall.
That's what they had in mind. This is also a lot of damage. So we have a 3-man crew. So Fred, Fred's good? Okay, Fred. As our World War II aviator, you're going to be up there in that cockpit. Okay, you're going to have 2 people on your crew. You're going to have a radio operator, navigator in the belly. See where that window is on the side? That's where he's going to be. There's also a little door there that you can get out if you need to. Then you're going to have a ball turbine operator. Right here behind the pilot. That is that. Right here.
Oh, so like you came here and then the guys were here.
Claro, lo que pasa es que para mí, desde mi punto de vista, ¿no? Nosotros hablábamos con papá, nosotros ahora estábamos caminando por acá y estaban los pibes, estaban todos, y dice, no, papá, no, papá, ¿cómo se me hacía todo eso? No te digo que por eso